If you like mac and cheese, this is the recipe for you. Not only am I gonna be showing you how to make a mac and cheese, I'm gonna be even showing you how to make an extravagant mac and cheese. Good mac and cheese should not be hard to make, and you definitely should not be making the prepackaged microwavable mac and cheese. This stuff that I'm about to show you how to make will knock your socks off. So buckle up and let's get started. First up, arguably one of the most important steps in my personal opinion, is preparing our bacon to cook. So I'm just gonna use regular old bacon. You can use fancy bacon if you want, and throw it in the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. Just keep your eye on it and make sure it doesn't burn. Once your bacon's done, take it out of the oven and give it a nice rough chop and set it off to the side for later when you're assembling your mac and cheese. Alright, so next you're going to want to grab a decent sized pot and fill it up with exactly 4 quarts of water. I decided to do this a long way for some reason, so don't do what I did here. And then start it on high heat. Make sure your water is at a rolling boil before you're adding your pasta. Today I'm going to be using shell pasta because personally whenever I think of mac and cheese I think immediately shell pasta, so that's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to add in 900 grams of my shell pasta, or about 1.5 boxes, and then obviously don't forget to salt your water. You want it nice and salty. You're going to give that a nice stir, make sure everything is well incorporated and no pasta sticks to the bottom of your pot. Stir it a couple times, no big deal. And then we are going to drain the pasta, obviously getting my hand in the shot because well, that's what I do. But do not rinse your pasta, just don't do it. What I did is I just drained the pasta, put it in the same pot and put the lid on top just so the pasta wouldn't dry out and the condensation would keep it nice and fresh. And then we are going to go in and make our cheese sauce. So we are going to melt a whole stick of butter, or 8 tablespoons, in a nice size pot as well. And then slowly but surely adding in 6 tablespoons of flour once our butter is melted, a little at a time, whisking each time you add some until you get a nice roux that looks something like this. Once you get that, we're going to add 1 1/2 cup of whole milk and then 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Once you do this, you're going to whisk until everything is combined and then keep that on medium-high heat, making sure that it doesn't burn or anything like that. And then we are going to grate up our cheese. So today I'm going to be using cheddar Gruyere and sharp cheddar for my 2. We're going to want 3. So we're going to want 3 cups total, so 1.5 cup each. And so I'm just going to grate each cheese 1.5 cup. And then we are going to add that into our pot after we add our seasonings: a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, and a teaspoon of paprika, and then we're going to whisk that in, making sure it's all combined. Now we are going to slowly but surely add in our 3 cup total of our cheese that we just freshly grated. Please don't use store-bought because a lot of preservatives and cornstarch are in that. And then you're going to whisk it all together, and then now you have your beautiful cheese sauce. It looks something like this. Make sure it's nice and thick and keep it on now low heat. Now grab your pasta that you set off to the side and then slowly but surely add in or pour over your fresh cheese sauce that's nice and hot. Then you're going to mix to combine and making sure every square inch of each little pasta is covered in your cheese sauce. Then grab a casserole dish, thoroughly coating it with butter so that our mac and cheese doesn't stick, and then throw in all of your mac and cheese. So you're going to want to fill it almost to the top, and that's what I'm doing here, and then spread it out so it's nice and even. Now it's truly time to assemble your beautiful bacon mac and cheese. So once you get it nice and even, we're going to add on more of our cheddar Gruyere and our sharp cheddar to top it, so that when you put it in the oven, it bakes on top. And then you're going to add in on top your rough chopped bacon that you cooked earlier. Spread it nice and evenly so it's thoroughly coated. And then you're going to throw it into the oven. Not literally, but you're going to throw it into the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes until your cheese is nice and brown on top and it's nice and crispy. About 20 minutes until the cheese is pretty brown on top, and then you get a final product that looks something like this. If you want to add chives on top, I highly recommend it. It's mostly for looks. You don't get much taste, but I like to do it, so that's what I did. And there you are. That's how you make your bacon mac and cheese. Hands down, no words. It's super rich, but like yet super creamy, and the bacon on top just adds that extra flavor punch that you definitely need. I had a lot of fun making this. I highly recommend you try it as well. That's it for today's video, but I don't know about you. Personally, I'm ready for some B-roll.